Damn, so I didn't record, but I did the drug test today for nursing school, and that was like complicated because basically they give you like a place to go, and it's a 10-panel urinalysis. So basically that's cocaine, THC, all of that stuff, which I was so scared because I was like, fuck. And they do random drug testing, so I was even more like, holy shit, you know, because it gave me like that thought, like, hold on, oh, I look sexy. Wait a second, but yeah, it gave me like the thought that I was gonna fail. But if you're skinny, apparently that it doesn't stay because you have no fat for the THC to linger on. And basically THC lingers in your fat. So I was smoking and stuff, and I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna like fail this drug test, but I didn't. And I've been doing shrooms. I mean, if this goes to bite me in the ass later, I do shrooms, okay? Like, I don't think it's a big deal. Like, I don't think it's a huge deal, you know? Like, it's just annoying. I'm going, okay. So I went to the urinalysis, which was just like someplace. I thought it was gonna be so scary, you guys, because I didn't know anything. I didn't know what to expect. But the guy was flirting with me. He ended up telling me like, hey, we're taking students. So I'm definitely gonna ask him like in a year. So once I'm completed with the program, I will do it. Like, I will go to him and be like, hey, like, I need someone like to, like, you know, like for the, I need intern. So I need interning, and then once you intern, like, that's good to go. And it's close to the school, so I was like, that would be perfect. And I did the drug test super easy, just peed in the cup. I thought they were gonna pull my blood. They pulled my blood for a different thing. It's pretty simple. And then I ended up so I went there. The lady was hurting me. I wish I would have recorded. Like, I'm so mad at myself that I didn't record. Like, that was perfect. But I guess like I haven't really been thinking about recording and stuff because I don't know, I feel like my dreams kind of died for social media, so I just kind of like stopped. But now I'm just kind of doing it because like I want to. And I didn't record the other day, like when I went to the gym with my friend, and it was all fun. So I'll just keep you guys like in touch with that because it's like a lot, and you guys have been missing everything. As for the drug test, I was smoking weed every single day for 3-4 years. Like, I think since 2019 I've been like, no, COVID, because before 2019 I would just like hit it around my friends or whatever. But 2020 and to 2024, for 4 years straight, I have been smoking weed every single day. My tolerance is so high. I go through like 2 or 3 carts a week. I was like tripping because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fail. But let me tell you this, I learned that it all has to do with your BMI, body mass index. What does that mean? So your height, your weight, everything, your fat, your muscle, all of that has to do with this. So if you're working out and you go on the treadmill or sit in the sauna for 30 minutes to an hour, obviously you can't sit in the sauna for that long. Some people, myself, I can only sit in that bitch for 15 minutes. But let's say, like, okay, this was me. For 7 days before the drug test, I was tripping. I was like, how do you get the devil's lettuce out of your system? Here's what I did. Drink a lot of water, drink a lot of orange juice, because a vitamin C. If you can get the fresh stuff, I typically drink fresh orange juice because we have an orange tree outside and we have a lemon tree, so it kind of works in my favor. And I'm going to tell you why. Drink orange juice every single day. It doesn't have to be fresh, it can be from the store, but just make sure it has a lot of high vitamin C. Not a lot of sugar, because I'm going to explain. THC is stored in fat, so make sure you're drinking a lot of like vitamin C. Even in the vitamin C package, just drink those. And then cranberry, like, take cranberry pills. They have, like, you can drink the cranberry stuff, but cranberry D-mannose, which is the stuff that is in cranberries, is more effective in a pill. So I was taking cranberry D-mannose pills. You can get that at a vitamin shop. You can get that at Sprouts, Vaughn's, Kroger's, Tom Thumb.
the Piggly Wiggly. I'm just trying to name every grocery store in America that I can think of. And just anywhere that like you have a grocery store, just go to the grocery store, look for cranberry de manos. If you're a man, even if it says it's for a woman, just who gives a fuck? It's cranberry de manos. It's what's found in cranberries. Everybody can digest cranberry, okay? And cranberry de manos. So yeah, get cranberry de manos and drink a lot of vitamin C, drink a lot of water, and then make sure you're sweating. The number one thing I learned when I was researching about THC and how it lingers in your body is stays in your fat, and it can stay in your fat for up to 30 days. But if you are working out, and me personally, I sweat so much. I'm sitting right here and just talking, I'm sweating. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. So just go to the gym, sit in the sauna, walk on the treadmill, you know, get a little bit of exercise, get your juices flowing. So walk on the treadmill or walk outside, sit in the sauna, whatever you can. Or just, if you live in Texas, this is honestly the best thing, just go walk outside, walk around in a circle for 30 minutes, and then do that for like 4 to 7 days, however long you have. And I would say, like, if you know you have a drug test coming up, just walk around. Like, if you like, just walk around a lot and try to sweat, and then once you and pee a lot. And then when you take the day of your drug test, what I did personally, I drink like 3 water bottles before, like an hour before I went in, so I had a lot of piss. And then I just let, like, I was peeing a river, like legit. And so I let a bunch of pee out, and then I caught like a tad bit of pee. I think I did. No, I'm not sure if I filled it up. No, I didn't. I just gave them like a little bit, but it was very like clear pee. It was like, but it was still like yellow, and it was just a little bit yellow, so they didn't say it was diluted, but it was very clear and like yellow. And it was like straight from me, because they watch you piss and you leave the door open and you can't flush or anything. So I just peed, and then they did like, they stuck a strip into there. And then when they stuck the strip into there, it took like 5 seconds, and then they were like, okay, you're clean. And that was how the drug test went. So if you're stressing about it, just work out, and try to sweat. The more you sweat, the better, because again, THC lingers in your fat. And so try to stay away from sugar, because that can accumulate more fat, and the THC will linger to that as well.
Also, I didn't say this because like I forgot about it, but the admin of the school was literally scaring me, like the director, because she was like telling me like essentially like I passed, and I asked the school like, did I pass, because you have to take an entrance exam, and they're like, yeah, you passed with flying colors, like you're good, you can start on Monday, like all you have to do is take a drug test, which I was scared that I was gonna fail that, but I didn't. So basically, like, yeah, like the whole situation was a little confusing at first. And then I go, like, because it was an English and math test, basically, to see, like, what you know. And it was basic stuff, so I, like, did it, and it was good. But she sits me in the room, and she starts just telling me, like, all this bad shit. Like basically, I passed, right? But she was like, so you're lacking in this and this and this. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, like, they didn't tell me that. Like, if they told me that, I would have retained, like, because I got to the admin. By the way, the only way you can get to the admin is if you pass. So, like, why are you shitting on me? And honestly, I feel like she was just shitting on me because I went in dressed really pretty. And, like, I feel like a lot of, like, women are jealous, you know? So, I was just like, dude, like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this, like, rude-ass treatment? Like, I just got here, and me están gritando por decir que, like, que soy tonta o algo así. And I'm like, what the fuck? It was just so, like, she was so aggressive, too. She was like, and how often do you work, and all this and this. And I was like, I mean, I'm my own boss, so I can create my own schedules. And she was like, well, I just say you shouldn't work that much. And I was like, how am I supposed to pay for the school then? And she was like, well, figure it out, your parents are gonna help you something. And I explained to the school, my parents are not helping me at all, like, with this. Like, I have to, like, pull out a loan and everything. Like, why are you being so mean? And she was just looking for any excuse to, like, say that what she was doing was right, and it honestly hurt my feelings because I didn't understand like why she was being so mean. But I just made eye contact and she kept looking around the room, but I looked at her in her eyes the entire time. And like when I make contact, like eye contact, I might smile a little bit, but I can hold that shit for a long ass time. So I like looked at her eyes, and the whole time she was just like looking around, and like you could tell she was a little bit intimidated, so she started to get like a little bit nicer to me. And I was like, bro, like what the fuck, because I just never dealt with that before. Anyway, I came to Rocket Fest because I wanted some pickles. I love the tapatio pickles, and my sister got me some last time, and it was so good. Last time I had to get this one, but I like these ones more. It's okay, we're good on this. I got my pickle, but it is spicy, so I want to get something to eat before I eat this pickle. It's a skinny pickle. That's gonna make me cry. But yeah, so the administrator was really mean, and then I kept asking questions, but I felt like the girls in my class were looking at me like, bitch, shut up. And I feel like that's how like most Mexican girls are. Like, I'm Mexican, so I can say that's just how they are. Like, they want you to shut up, and I already know. But one of the girls was white, and like after the class, like we talked, and we both went to the clinic to get our urine sample. And I was like, oh, they're doing x-ray like students here, and I like told her like, let me get your number so we can study together. And we gave each other our numbers, so yeah, we're gonna like hopefully study, which is good because like you have to keep a 77%. Anything less than that you will fail, which is like normal, but it's still scary. I also have a concert later today, so I will record that. I'm kind of sad that I didn't record everything else, but also like not really, because I just went to school, I did the orientation, and I can insert my Snapchats of like what I did earlier today. Like I recorded some Snapchats, but it's not anything like major, because I just woke up and then I went to school, and then I did the orientation, and then after the orientation they said that they do surprise drug tests, so I was like, let me smoke it up right now. Like I'm gonna be chiefing there, big chiefing, because I don't want to like get a random drug test. Like, I'm gonna stop. It's just that, like, it's kind of not fair, because honestly, like, I understand not smoking on the job because these things can alter your brain, but like it's not fair. People do meth and it goes out of your system in 3 days, but because I smoke a little bit of weed, you're gonna kick me out? Like, that's fucking crazy. I settled for Snapper Jack's tacos. Let's see. Oh, it's a little taco. Dude, this was $10 for this little ass taco. But is it busting? 100%. It feels like the air is cleaner. It looks so pretty. I wish I could see like the shrimp. We'll take one on the way out. Huh? On the way out?
Yeah. I'm gonna put mine right here.
Well, hide them. What if somebody thinks he's cute?
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
No, I think they'll probably want all of these ones.
With the gems.
Aww.
That's cute.
Oh wait, I kind of like this one though.
That one's cuter, yeah. Oh shit, I thought it was more stable.
Okay.
Max and Ruby.
Ruby and Max.
Ruby.
That's how I do it at the show.
You guys, a crackhead just tried to fight the police.
It was a security guard.
Okay, it was a security guard, but still. People watching is so fun.
Yeah.
Would you pay $15 to stand on the edge or behind the pool like that? That is crazy. We don't have to travel together. We're at the train station. No. So I'm here at the school and I've decided to drop out. I brought the letter and everything. I felt like it was just what was best for me at the end of the day. I'm not gonna keep forcing myself to enjoy something I really don't enjoy. And I'm not gonna force myself to feel bad for not wanting to finish this when there's a million other things I want to be doing right now. Like, this just put into the perspective, like, how I was living and how I want to live. Like, I watch my videos from Puerto Rico, and I'm not saying like, oh, compare yourself to others, or my situation is comparing. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, I compared myself to my prior self, because I feel like when you are somewhere you want to be, or you're doing what you're wanting to do, why change it? Why chase something else that you don't want to chase, that you don't even have like motivation for? So I'm coming here to withdraw, and yeah, I just wanna let the school know. I don't know how this is gonna work. I haven't spoken to anyone, and I'm kind of nervous because everybody here is kind of bitchy, so it's like, ooh, okay, I'm here at the entrance of the school. Oh my gosh, I withdraw. Oh my gosh. It was really simple, so if you guys want to know how it is, I'll just like explain. So you have to write a letter of like, not like resign, like a letter of resign, and kind of like you would at a job. Like, I decided to whatever. So I basically wrote in mine, it was like 2 sentences. I said, I've decided to alter career choices. In the near future, I may consider this school as my first choice of career training, but as of now, I have other like options. And they were asking me like, oh, like if you don't mind us asking, like, what do you plan on doing? And I was like, I will actually be going to I just kind of like summed it up. I was like, I got a job offer that I will be a fool. This is how they were like, oh, so what do you plan on doing? I'm like, so I got a job offer that I would be a fool to dismiss. It's great pay. It's requiring me to go to Puerto Vallarta, and this is just something that I can't pass up right now. I'm so young. And the principal was like, the dean, she was like, no, you are gonna be in a lovely city. Like, because I said Puerto Vallarta, she's like, you're gonna be in a lovely city, you're young, you know, not many people get this experience to go and be somewhere and enjoy themselves. So, you know, just take it, like, just, this is the right. And I was actually so surprised, because when I first met the dean, it just seemed like she really wasn't fucking with me like that. It just seemed like she really wasn't hip to my idea or hip to me being in the class. But then today she was like, you were always a great candidate from the start. You showed resilience. You were a very resilient student. You know, you are a great candidate, but if you feel like this is gonna be the best choice for you, you can only do what's best for you. And right now you're at this choice in your life where you're still very young, and I won't get everything back. Like, I'll get like 60% back of refund of what I paid or whatever. So it's not bad. Basically it's really good, because I will have gotten some credit points with Chase, because I already signed the little thing to do that. So I'll be having like credit points with Chase. Then I'll be going to Puerto Vallarta, and then I'll be having like more credit points with Chase, building my credit. And this is just something, like, I looked at the flight today from from the airport that I'm leaving out of to Puerto Vallarta. It was only $270. I was like, bitch, round trip $270. I was like, fuck yes, like, I need to take this. Like, this is the opportunity that is just presenting. And then it's like, it's not like, oh, I'm going next year or next month and I'm planning like 3 months in advance. I'm legit planning 2 weeks in advance, and now I'm going to be able to go to this lovely place. I withdraw, so I have to call my mom and let her know that, hey, I have withdrawn. I am I'm doing this and this. I need to let her know the whole story. All it really is, though, is just I dropped out. I wrote a letter. I made an appointment with the FSA, or the FAFSA, whatever the fuck. But I made them like an appointment, not an appointment with them, but like with the guidance or the instructor for the financial instructor. And I was like, oh, well, I still need to go to class today. And they're like, no, we won't be charging you anymore, so you'll get a refund. And so it's pretty good because it's kind of like I learned what I learned, but I'm also withdrawing. And yeah, everything is fine. Like, it's okay.
My bedroom is a mess because I'm packing for my trip, but basically I decided to drop out because I feel like 7 days was not enough time to be in school. Like, we only got 7 days to decide if we were gonna want to stay in school or if we wanted to drop out. Personally, I feel like 7 days wasn't enough time because after like 4 weeks, like, I was just like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. Like, I know, like I said this in my video already, like I look at my old videos and I see how I was living in Puerto Rico. Obviously you see these videos on my YouTube, and Puerto Rico was a terrible experience. Why would you want to live like that? But if you go look at my YouTube shorts or my TikToks where you can see like the full thing, you will know that I really did enjoy Puerto Rico. Aside from the rent situation that was going on, I really did enjoy myself in Puerto Rico. I really did. Not because, oh, I was in Puerto Rico, but because I enjoyed traveling. I enjoyed meeting people. I enjoyed indulging in new cultures and trying new things. Obviously, sometimes I compared it to my own culture, which I feel like it offended a lot of people when I did that, because I know, like, I'm always going to say this, Mexican is top tier. That's just that. But I don't mean it, like, to discourage or say, like, other cultures are not better. I'm Mexican, so like, of course I grew up in this culture and everything I know is from my culture. And when I venture out into other cultures, I'm not comparing it and saying that mine is better, this is the way to do it. But if something has in common, I love to like compare them and be like, oh, maybe I like this one in Mexico better, maybe I like this one in Puerto Rico better, maybe I like this one in Greece better, maybe I like this one in Turkey better. Wherever I am, wherever in the world I go to, whatever culture I'm exploring, but I just named the cultures that I've indulged in. And American culture, like, there are sometimes I find comfort in Puerto Rican culture. I did really offend some people, some of my friends, some people, like, when I did that, but you have to understand, like, this is going to be anyone from anywhere. You're going to relate things to what you've already experienced, just in general in life, not even just to say like Mexican or whatever. You can be any ethnicity, any race, and you're going to know like, oh yeah, and you can be like from Louisiana and be like, oh yeah, in our Louisianan state, like whatever, we do this. And you go to Texas and, oh, it's a little bit different here. Like, even like that, like, you're going to get like a slight difference. And you're going to compare the two because it's natural. But yeah, like I said, I did enjoy my time in Puerto Rico, even though I didn't enjoy my renting situation. That's why I moved back to my parents' house. But when I was in school, I'm like, I'm throwing my money out for nothing. But let me tell you, I'm not throwing my money out for nothing, because let me tell you, I got like a refund back. I'm getting a full refund for the month of July, and I'm getting a 60% refund for the month of June. And let me tell you, that was really good because I already paid my credit score, so my credit score is going up. Like, chef's kiss, I'm so proud of myself, which is something like I really like, not pride myself, but I really enjoy building my credit. Talking about credit, finance is my thing. And I would love to go into school for finance, but let's be so fucking for real, I don't want to go to school. I mean, you can go to school. That is amazing. Yes, go to school. Enjoy it. But for me, it's not about, like, money. Like, my lifelong goal, like, my lifelong dream is to own a house. So when I talk about finance, when I talk about things, I'm not talking about, oh, I'm making, like, $6 million in 1 year. I'm not talking about that. I'm not Anna Paul. I'm not Kim Kardashian. I'm not none of that. I'm literally just trying to get, my goal is to own a home. And maybe this is my original like plan, like how I see myself in the next 10 to 15 years. I see myself owning a duplex, maybe in Puerto Rico, maybe in Mexico, maybe somewhere in Latin America. Like, I love Argentina, but I found out like there's not really that, like, Argentina has like a little bit of a different setup for the economy, so that's kind of like torn out of my dream. But you know, if that ever was to come, like opportunity was to come my way, I would love it 100,000%. But what I was saying essentially was, yes, I want to see myself in a duplex first. I have a duplex. I Airbnb the other side. Maybe it doesn't make a lot of money, maybe it does, but what I know is it's paying for itself. So the property pays for itself. I live on the other side. I'm a resident there. I enjoy my time where I am, whether that be, I know it's somewhere in Latin America, because I personally, I know I've lived in America, like the United States, for a really long time. I know I see myself in Latin America. I know I see myself in a duplex. I know I see myself, and I know everyone's like, a duplex is so hard. I plan on getting a property manager. And then I see myself maybe getting another duplex. So 2 duplexes. And then maybe by the time I'm 30, settling down and finding my dream home and having, like, getting married, having kids, all of this stuff. Like, I plan on doing all of this, you know? But it's gonna take time. And I feel like being in school is not gonna allow me to do that. I feel like if you're in school, you need to have had a relationship that, because I saw this, a lot of the people in my class, they already had relationships. They were already in a relationship before starting school, because once you start school, you don't have any time for relationships. And I noticed this when I was in school. Sorry, my nose is a little bit itchy. I noticed this when I was in school, that I didn't have any time. My weekends, my weekdays, everything was spent Monday through Sunday sitting on the chair, reading, studying, not having any time for myself. And I felt embarrassed. I felt, because I was trying to go live, and you know I'm always live with the freaky daddies. I love them. I'm live with them right now. I love them. But if I can't do that, then that's not gonna be my happiness. Like, I don't want to be an x-ray tech and just sit there and press a fucking button, get yelled at by the doctor, have to do shots, and maybe stick myself, and then I get herpes or AIDS or something. I don't want that life. Like, kudos if you can do it. Like, really, it was challenging getting into that school. I had to do a test. I had to do and to get into the school, you had to test into the school. So I tested into school like at an 80%, which is not the best, but it's not the worst. So it's like I tested at 80%, having not been in school for 2 years. So I think I did pretty well. I'm proud of myself. I learned what I learned. I'm probably gonna take some of that outside of school. Like, did you know that you can get a UTI from swimming in a lake? Because there's no, if you can get a UTI from swimming in something that's not moving water. I didn't know that. Then I learned that at school. I learned that you can get ringworm from gym equipment because, you know, bacteria lingers. I learned that you don't get pink eye just because somebody farted in your eye. You get pink eye because you were in contact with somebody who had like mucus. That, you know, I learned some things, and now I feel like it's changed the way that I view certain things. So I'm happy that I got to experience that, but also I don't want to be like this person that's just in school every single day, and then it was so disgusting because you couldn't wash your clothes every day. They give you one uniform that you have to wear 4 days out of the week for hours on end, sweating your ass off, moving around, then wear that the next day, because who the fuck is wearing 7 outfits in one day so that you can wash each clothes? Like, you know, it was just getting hard. And half of those people in the class were dirty. They got the uniforms that same day, put it on, wore it for the next week. You know, you're working in the medical field and you're not washing your clothes every day. That's disgusting. And that's not calling them out per se. That's just calling me out. That's calling, like, I don't like living where I can't have clean clothes every day because I have to wear my uniform every single day, and then you have to wear, like, your uniform has to match every single day, and like, you want to wear a sweater, a different sweater to class, you can't wear a different sweater. You have to wear the school sweater. Mind you, they only give you one school sweater. It's a white sweater. So I eat at lunch and I get something on my sweater. Granted, it's my fault because I should have taken more responsibility of it. But then you don't have time to wash it the next day. So, or maybe you have time to wash it, you know, you get home, you scrub it, the stains out, and, you know, you put it in the dryer, you let it sit outside, whatever the case is. But I still didn't feel clean. I didn't have time to go to the gym. I mean, I was going to the gym when I would try to go Mondays and Thursdays, or Mondays and Fridays, and try to get into the school Monday, or even on Sundays. I would try to take advantage of it. But because of school, because of homework, I didn't have time. An exam every 2 weeks, a quiz every Thursday, every Tuesday. Like, I couldn't do that. And I applaud people that do that, because I was talking to my friend Susie, I love you, but we were talking, and she was like, you know, Eileen, there's some people that have hustle and drive like I do, that she was like, this is what she told me. I'm like, because I wanted to make sense, but I also want to explain. You know, Eileen, there's some people that have the same hustle that you do. I don't have it. I'm not gonna go move to a foreign country and try to get my hustle started there. I'm in school, and I personally love school, and I love reading, and I love sitting there, and we had that conversation because we went to the bookstore. I think I posted a vlog about it if you want to see. We went to the bookstore, and she's like picking all these books that she loves, and I'm like, can we get a movie? Like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to read a book. I will read if I have to, but do I want to? Absolutely not. Like, I would choose anything besides reading. So we talked about that, and she was like, some people are book smart, some people are street smart, some people want to take the book route, some people want to take the street route. Whatever your situation is, like, don't be discouraged because you feel like you have to do this. And I felt, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I felt so bad because I told one of my friends this. I said, I kind of went back to school because I felt like at my age I've done so much, and everybody, like, even like everyone I meet, they're like, wow, I can't believe you've done all this, from stripping to living on my own to live streaming to whatever else I've done, like accomplished, raising chickens, you know. You can watch my whole life, going on excursions, going on trips, doing things on my solo traveling, Christopher Columbing this bitch. Like, everybody has looked at me like, wow. Like, even the other day my mom's friend was like, I cannot believe your daughter has traveled the world, done so much on her own, and she's doing this by herself. Like, she doesn't have friends that go with her. Granted, I have had a friend go with me on one trip, but, you know, that didn't work out. So, and the way that everything has turned, and the way that everything has gone, like, I've basically done everything by myself. And to have gone on all these things and do all these things by myself, like, it's really an experience. It's an amazing thing that I can share with everyone and like tell my kids one day. But I realized, like, yeah, like, even the girls, like, that were in my class too, they would tell me, like, I think I'm gonna fail because, like, it's just hard. And it's like, school was just hard. So, I mean, I'm proud of myself for trying it. Will I ever try it again? And this is what everybody's been asking me, like, do you think you'll ever go to school again? I don't think so. When I turn 21 next year, I'm gonna go full throttle. It's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna just have to keep building my credit, getting everything situated. But when I get my credit situated, I'm going full throttle. When I say full throttle, I mean I'm getting my property. I'm not gonna let shit stop me. I'm not. I'm living in my parents' house right now. It discourages me because I know I'm this, like, flower that can bloom like 50 million times, this tree that can grow as large as, like, larger than a pine tree, larger than a red oak tree. I know I'm this, like, amazing, like, person, like, not to gas myself or nothing, but I know I am much more than I'm containing myself to right now. But right now, my biggest focus is good credit. And I talk to my bankers about this all the time. I invest in stuff, and I'm always in the bank talking. And the number one thing I've always been told is, if you do not have credit, you cannot buy anything. My banker gave me this example. There was an 80-year-old man who went in there and, like, well, let me explain. So she said that there was a 20-something-year-old, like 22-year-old guy that walked in to the bank, and he was requesting to buy a home, and he got approved on the loan like before, and then he went in to talk about the loan with them, and the man he was 80 years old and he had all this money. She said he was like a multi-millionaire, and he went in there to buy, like, I believe he was buying like a car wash or something. He just wanted to get a loan because he felt like getting a loan would, you know, help him. But he has always paid everything in cash. He has always been about his money, but he was a multi-millionaire. You know, he was a retiree. He just wanted to get a car wash, you know, have it like to be investments for his children, or I don't know. He was like getting like all that shit situated for his family. And she said they denied his loan because he didn't have credit. But he overheard the 22-year-old, and he goes, so you give it to some 22-year-old punk, but you won't give it to me, and I'm a hard-working gentleman. I have proof with this bank. And now you can get personal loans with a bank, yeah, but you need to have good credit. That's the thing. You need to have good credit. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have credit, you don't have anything to show for yourself. So my biggest thing right now is I'm trying to get to an 800, hopefully 850 credit score. Right, I'm so close to the 800. I'm so close, and I'm so excited. I learned how to fluctuate, and I'm still learning, and I'm always going to be learning. But that was my biggest thing, and that was my biggest takeaway. Is like, I don't want to be sitting in school scratching my ass, sniffing the air. I just want to be getting my money, getting my credit, doing my shit. Why am I? And then you know what was crazy? You're paying $2,000 a month for school. For $2,000 a month, you know what I could have been doing? I could have been living in a sky-rise luxury fucking apartment. So I paid the school like $5,000, and I get $2,000 back guaranteed, and then 60% of the other $3,000. So, you know, that was a lot, and it was all on my credit card, which was really good because I ended up hitting a threshold and getting 60,000 points back on my credit card, and those 60,000 points back totaled up to like $663, I think, $663 back, which essentially paid part of the credit card, and it just worked out for me. So I'm just really happy, and I'm a hardworking person, and when I saw that I got $600 back in that 1 month, I was like, okay, Eileen, you are too smart for this stupid shit. You are too smart to be wasting your time. You're too smart to have this lady who probably, and this is no shade, no tea, but who probably is not even at the same level as you. Maybe that works for her, but it doesn't work for me. I don't want to be in school to end up in an apartment. And then, oh my gosh, there was this guy named, I don't want to name him, but I don't want to name drop him, but there was this guy in the school, and we were talking, and he was like, oh, well, when I'm done with this, I'm gonna move back with my parents, and then I'm gonna try to get a job. And the school offers, like, once you finish school, you have like a job to go to. But he was like, I'm gonna move in with my parents to pay back student debt loans. And I was like, student debt loans? Student debt? Oh my god. You're in student debt? Debt, whatever the fuck you say. I don't even know how to say that because I'm not even in debt. I don't want to be in debt. I don't want to know about debt. I don't want to hear debt. I don't even want to know that. That word is not even a part of my vocabulary. I can't even say it. So yeah, I just decided it's not me. It's not me. It's not who I'm gonna be. And you can be whoever you want to be. But I'm just letting you know this now. You're not a failure because you don't want to go to school.